What's up everyone, and welcome back to another New Comic Book Day haul. I'm your host AR Comics, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 list for New Comic Book Day, June 23rd, 2021. There were a ton of awesome issues that came out this week. This is a week for indie lovers. We were absolutely spoiled. But before I get started off on my top 10 list, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that'll keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this week's top 10 list. So I hope you all had a fantastic New Comic Book Day and you picked up all the books you wanted to read this week. I grabbed a total of 12 issues this week and I got 2 different variants. I think they're just so awesome. I cannot wait to show them off. But you know what that means. 12 issues, 2 of them did not make the top 10 list. And as always, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler free as possible. But you guys already know sometimes spoilers do happen. I do my best to give a little tag or a heads up that it's going to happen, but just be aware, I get excited talking about these books. So this first one, it's not that it was bad and it didn't make the cut. I just can't give a full review on it. So this first one, it's Images, Spawn's Universe, issue number 1. This is cover A. So before I get into it, I love the artwork. I love the dialogue between the characters, and I just love the interaction that they had with each other. But my thing is I've never read really anything with Spawn. I thought this was going to be a better of a jumping on point because I have this compendium that I always keep talking about. I keep saying, I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to jump into it, but I've got all these other books that I want to read as well. So with this one, I kept seeing these characters, you know, the Gunslinger, the Omega Spawn. I don't really know anything about them, and I just felt like I was doing a disservice to myself by jumping into it right now without reading almost anything prior of Spawn. So for those reasons, it didn't make the cut, not because it was bad, just because I can't give a full review on it, and I can't really formulate a real opinion because I don't really know exactly what's going on with this one. So for those reasons, didn't make the cut. Now, but for this next one, this one absolutely did not make the cut. We've got Boom Studios' brand new one. Good Luck, issue number 1. This is cover A. And honestly, I really did not like this one at all. I had higher expectations for it. I hoped it was going to be better. So this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler. So the story starts off, there's these 2 gods, whether they're already on Earth or they come to Earth. They don't really know that either. But one's good luck and one's bad luck. And then they touch each other and all of a sudden the world changes forever. And then from there, we just see that the world is split. Basically, people are unlucky or they are lucky. And then they also continue to say lucky and unlucky and bad luck, good luck about 100 more times. And it kind of got a little repetitive. So you don't really get a lot of backstory. You don't really know who these characters are, and they just jumped right into it. And I don't know, overall, I just really wasn't that big of a fan of the story. So for those reasons, it did not make the cut. If you did like it, let me know what you thought about it. But now let's talk about the real top 10 list. Alright, so to kick this list off this week, we've got coming in at number 10, this is Images, Homesick Pilots, issue number 6. This is cover A, and it's the start of a brand new arc. This is a very last second pickup for me, though. I read the first arc. I thought overall it was pretty solid. I really enjoyed the first few issues. I'd say around issue 3, it became okay to me. 4 wasn't bad either, but then 5, I really didn't like the way that they ended it. I thought, oh, are you guys really trying to militarize these ghosts? But I gave it a shot anyway because I thought overall the story really wasn't that bad. But this issue, pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be, kind of picks up with that. They're at a military base or underground, something like that. We get to see the characters, they're all interacting with each other, kind of progressing the story a little bit, but everyone's just playing catch up. We're getting a refresher on what happened in the last arc a little bit, but like I was saying, they did progress it a little bit more. We got to see Meg, and this is going to be a spoiler, so just be aware of this one. But she has this like blood suit where she can kind of control the ghosts, and the way that they ended it, I really want to see where they go with this. So for those reasons, I might be continuing on with it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we've got Homesick Pilots, issue number 6, coming in at number 10. Next up on my list, we've got coming in at number 9 this week. This is DC's brand new Black Label, Batman Reptilian, book number 1. This is cover A, and I was really looking forward to this one. I was talking to a lot of people who were really hyping it up for me. It's a Black Label. How could I not give it a shot? So this issue, I thought overall it was pretty solid. I really wanted more out of it, though. It was mysterious, a little creepy. I didn't really know exactly what was going on. Batman kind of has this badass attitude throughout the entire thing, and someone's killing off some of these villains, and he's trying to get down to the bottom of it. Overall, I thought the artwork really wasn't that bad, but as far as a book 1 goes, I just really wanted a lot more. I think they did a decent job setting it up. Maybe if we would have gotten a little bit more info, maybe if Batman would have interacted with a couple more characters, I would have changed my idea and I would have liked it a lot more. But I'm definitely sticking to this. I think they set up a fantastic story. Personally, I just wanted more out of a first issue, but for those reasons, we've got Batman Reptilian, book number 1, coming in at number 9. And now we've got coming in at number 8 this week. This is Images, Philadelphia, issue number 14. This is cover A, and I think they did a fantastic job with this issue. So if you didn't read the last one, that was the start of the brand new arc. We got to see who the president was. It's pretty much going to be the next villain. I'm not going to be spoiling who that is. But if you didn't read that one, that's pretty much all that happened. So in my opinion, this one easily could have been the start of the new arc as well. In this one, we just got to see all of the characters come together. We got to see Abigail, her group of vampires. We got to see the detectives, and then John Adams came into it as well. He tried talking to Abigail, didn't really go well. We got to see a lot of action from there, but that's basically it. We just got to see a lot of characters interacting with each other and just kind of what's our next step going to be. Now, this is going to be a spoiler, but Jupiter is on the loose. I don't know if you remember him from the last arc, but he is crazy. He is a vampire, just does exactly what he wants to do. I can't wait to see how he fits into this with another president that's going to be the villain too. I think the series is taking off and it's not stopping anytime soon. Thank you so much again for getting me back on the Philadelphia train. I am loving it. So for those reasons, we have Philadelphia, issue number 14, coming in at number 8. Next up, we've got coming in at number 7 this week. This is DC's Robin, issue number 3. This is cover A, and I'm very thankful that you guys got me to start reading this series as well. I wouldn't have picked it up if it wasn't for you, and I'm going to keep saying it. This series just keeps getting better and better by the issue. I highly recommend it. So with this issue, I thought in the beginning it was going to be something I wasn't going to like. He shows up to a party and everyone's like, yeah, let loose, just hang out with us. And I'm like, no, I hope this isn't the way that the entire issue is going to be. But what gets better about it, once you get past that, of course, it's not a lot of pages. So there wasn't a ton of action, but there was a little bit. This one, we get to see all the different sides of Damian Wayne. We get to see him. He doesn't want to socialize. He doesn't want to be a part of this group. He gets made fun of a little bit, so he feels a little bit sad too. But then from there, you realize he's just here for business. He wants to fight. He wants to do what he has to do, and then he wants to leave. But then from there, he gets to meet up with Connor Hawke a little bit, and we get to see them interact for the rest of the issue. They laugh, they joke, they talk about their dads, and I just thought that was such a cool aspect to this issue. It wasn't fighting and just straight action like the rest of them, but we just get to see him as a character, and I loved it. So for those reasons, we have Robin, issue number 3, coming in at number 7. Next up, we've got coming in at number 6 this week. This is Image's brand new one. Vinyl, issue number 1. This is cover A, and this was a fantastic issue in my opinion. The only thing that would have made it better is if there was more pages and we got a little bit more info. But I thought it started off strong and then it slowed down. We got a little bit of backstory. We got to learn a little bit more about these characters, and then from there, it went straight into the real story. So it starts off, this is one of the main characters, and then we have another one. The other main character is a retired FBI or detective agent, and he's trying to figure out this guy. He knows he committed these murders. He's basically trying to pin these murders on him. But then from there, that's when the real story starts. This guy is crazy. I don't even know if he's right in the mind at all. He loves his music, and I'm telling you, this is a must read. It was a fantastic first issue. I love the artwork as well. So for those reasons, we have Vinyl, issue number 1, coming in at number 6. And now we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. We have coming in at number 5 this week. This is AWA Upshots, Chariot, issue number 4 of 5. This is cover A, and I am absolutely loving this series. These issues, I keep saying it, this one is another series that just keeps getting better and better by the issue. This one, though, a little bit slower in the sense that it doesn't really progress a whole lot of story. We get to basically see the Chariot and the other main character, and they're just training the entire time. It kind of reminded me of Tron, the old movie. I think there's a video game of it as well. Not exactly the same, but definitely reminded me of it. So like I was saying, training the entire time, we get to see him become this badass character, and he's just out. He's going to find his son, and it is all about to go down in this 5th issue. If you haven't already started this series, definitely wait for the trade paperback. AWA is very on top of coming out with trade paperbacks pretty much as soon as the series ends, so definitely hop on this one. But for those reasons, we have Chariot, issue number 4, coming in at number 5. Next up, we've got coming in at number 4 this week. This is Images, Undiscovered Country, issue number 13. This is cover A, and this is the start of a brand new arc. We are in the zone of possibilities, the American dream. It starts off so strong. Our cast, they're on a pirate ship right now. We have Uncle Sam. He's turned into a pirate now, and he basically starts off really strong by saying, you are in the zone of possibilities. You need to be creative to leave this zone. You need to think of something that's going to leave a mark on this zone and America, just like pretty much what people try to do in real real life right now. So they're all putting their heads together, they're trying to be creative, and then all this other crazy stuff happens as well. I'm not going to spoil that. You need to read it for your own. But the other cool thing about this issue is we got a little bit of backstory on one of the main characters, and basically what led her to where she is right now. Something happened to her, and then because of what they showed us, the end made sense, and I thought that was a really cool implementation. But for those reasons, we have Undiscovered Country, issue number 13, coming in at number 4. Next up, we've got coming in at number 3 this week. This is Boom Studios. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 17. This is cover A, but I also got cover B as well. I love both of these covers. I love this series. I've been so high on it since the very beginning. I do everything I can to get cover A's and B's for this series. So with this issue, the last one was the start of a brand new arc. It said it was going to be the origin of Erica Slaughter. That's pretty much what this entire arc is going to be. But this one, we got a lot more backstory. We got to see Erica. She's interacting more with the House of Slaughter group. We get to see her interact with some of the kids, the higher-ups, and then eventually we find out that she's going to be entering into these trials to basically be initiated into the House of Slaughter if she survives. This next issue is about to be crazy. I thought this one was a little bit slower, but I love the story that they were telling. I love the artwork with this one as well. Something is Killing Children. It just speaks to me differently. I love this series just so much. Highly suggest it. There's, I think, 2 or 3 trade paperbacks out right now that lead you to issue number 15, and then 16 was a start. Here we are on 17. Definitely do what you can to check this one out. I know they're coming out with a hardcover as well. So for those reasons, we have Something is Killing the Children, issue number 17, coming in at number 3. And here we go. We're down to the top 2 issues this week. Coming in at number 2, this is Images. Trust me, I thought this one was crazy as well. Shadecraft, issue number 4. This is cover A, and I almost did not get this issue this week. I thought, you know what? The first 3 issues, they kept throwing curveballs. I really wasn't sure how I felt about it. And the way the last one ended, I thought, oh, this is going to be good. So I ended up getting it anyway, and it started off the complete opposite of what I thought it was going to be. And I thought, this is going to be one of those issues again. You keep ending it on such a high note and then you change it and it's like a low note, but the story was crazy. It made total sense that they did it that way. From there, we got so much backstory on the parents. The parents are involved with all of this as well. I thought this issue was literally incredible. Thank you everyone that told me continue on with Shadecraft. It's only going to get better, and this issue brought me right back into it. I'm definitely going to be continuing on with this one. I don't even want to spoil anything else about this issue. So for those reasons, we have Shadecraft, issue number 4, coming in at number 2. And this is it, my top read of the week. We have coming in at number 1 this week. This is Images, Stray Dogs, issue number 5. This is cover A, and I also finally, after months of talking about it, I got a cover B horror movie variant, and not just one of them. This is one of my favorite movies from back in the day. I love Friday the 13th. I think both these covers are just fantastic. This issue, though, this was the end of the series. For those of you reading this, I hope you guys are not paying eBay prices. This series has skyrocketed. It's insane right now. Wait, a trade paperback will come out, and you must read this one. This, to me, I'm just going to say it right now. This was a perfect ending to a 5-issue mini run. I thought all of these issues were perfect in their own ways. It started off so strong, and then it set it up, and then we got introduced to more dogs, and then we got a little bit more story, and now this one was exactly what they needed to do. I can't spoil it, but the dogs, they are ready to fight for their lives, and even the ending itself, it was just so nice. I love this miniseries so much. I did not think it was going to be nearly as good as it turned out to be. You need to hop on Stray Dogs. Not yet, though. The trade paperback will be coming out, or find some extra prints. I believe my shop had 3rd and 4th prints of some issues. But for those reasons, we have Stray Dogs, issue number 5, coming in at number 1. So what do you guys think about this week's new comic book day? Indie lovers, this was our week. There were fantastic issues that came out. Hands down, no doubt in my mind, Stray Dogs issue number 5 was definitely the number 1 choice of the week. I could keep going down the list though. Shadecraft was fantastic. Something is Killing the Children was great as well. Chariot, I don't even know that many people are reading Chariot, and it's so good. Let me know what your top read of the week was, and thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down low, and a little bell to get notified every time I drop new content, because you won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.